اسم الله لیتس گو. 28 27 26 25 24 23 22 21 16 15 14 11 10 9 کسشر 8 7 6 5 4 کسشر بریم معرفی کنه. کسشر.
Hello everyone and welcome to Operation Vector Glare. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, your host once again for the season reveal. And we've got a great one for you today. We're kicking it off with creative director Alexander Karpazis, who's here to give you a roadmap update, tell us what the season is all about, and dig
میخواد بگه که توی این سیزن چه چیزایی در انتظارمون هستش و قراره کونمون غار بشه. الکساندر میاد که بهمون بگه.
Back at the SI, we mentioned that we'll be revisiting our roadmap for the year every single season. We're immensely proud of everything that we're delivering this season. However, we do have a delay in season 3. We released Emerald Plains, and we're really happy with the reception that that map has received. That means that we want to build on that momentum and be more ambitious for our next map. So Singapore will move from season 3 to season 4.
چی میگه؟ هر چی معرفیگری که دارم بند میدم میگه ما خیلی هیجان انگیز هیجان زده ایم وقتی امرالد پلینز زدیم.
So the vision of the season for Operation Vector Glare is a big one for us. We're introducing a new operator, Sense, and they're coming with a new weapon to the game as well as an amazing ability. We're also introducing a new team deathmatch map. This is a new space where players can jump in.
بابا بنازم گان جدید.
Introducing the shooting range where you can jump in, test recoil.
بابا بنازم شوتینگ رنج هم داره میاد. ایول.
We talked about squads in Rainbow Six Siege, both as a narrative tool for us to tell new stories about our operators in the field, and as a way of explaining the kind of segmentation that Rainbow Six is experiencing right now. With Nighthaven leaving, Rainbow Six proper, and Harry splitting up all of the operators into each individual squads. We're introducing Wolfguard this season with our new operator Sense. And you saw a bit of a teaser just the other day about this new squad. This is led by the captain Doc, and Sense is joining the squad as well as a couple of other operators from the game. This is important for us because now we can tell stories about these operators in the field, and you'll see more of that at the start of the season. This doesn't affect gameplay, but it's a new way for us to tell the stories of these operators, how they work together, and how they struggle against.
اینا رو بچه‌ها جزء یه تیم مجزا بردن. خب
story at the start of season 2.
این دسته‌بندی جون کردن یه جورایی که بخوام مثلا داستانشون رو تعریف کنن. میدونی چی میگم؟ حالا میفهمیم بعدا بیشتر توضیح میدم بعدا. صبر کن.
There's a lot of power in lines of sight in Rainbow Six Siege. But what if you were watching an angle and all of a sudden you saw this?
ببین آدم خدا وکیلی ببین این خیلی خوبه واسه کمبرا انشون میکنه.
Approach it slowly and try to walk through it. Oh, don't do it. No, don't worry about it. It can't.
خیلی خوبه.
It's a wall made of light.
ببین تو مثلا یه مکان مثلا اوپن میخوای بری مثلا بانک دیدین دیگه میندازی دیوار درست میکنی رد میشی. خیلی خوبه این. خیلی کاربردیه.
The high-capacity POF-9 assault rifle. Take it for a spin on the new shooting range.
نه آدم چقدر ریکول خفنی میگیره. آره هر کسی اینو بازی کرده پرو پلیر بوده.
The dev team's got the details.
Jamie! Oh my god!
As well as more to share on giving some operators a third secondary weapon option, implementing the first phase of the reputation system, and your chance to score some free operators. All this and more is coming with Operation Vector Glare. Let's get to it.
Sense is set to join the attackers, and their unique gadget is suited for all kinds of situations. Game designer Matthew Lacombe is going to tell you more about it, but first, let's discover a bit more about how Sense is developed with concept artist Sunshine Kim and director of gameplay design Jeremy Cavan.
آره میتونن توش رد بشن. با کسخلی
Sense is a very joyful person. They love music. Music is a big part of their life. We wanted to bring that bright personality.
میگه سنس خیلی موزیک دوست داره گلنگ گوش کنه.
We explored different hairstyles and different facial features to really capture that shining personality of Sense.
ما خیلی سعی کردیم که بتونیم قیافه سنس رو درست کنیم توی کاراکترش.
They look fierce, but the person under the mask is someone lovely, someone musical, someone very bright. We wanted to create that differences between two sides of Sense.
So once we've designed the technology and the fantasy, we had to create all the different elements for this gadget. So Sense device is made of 3 parts. The first part is the rolling device. It's the object that you throw. In the middle, you have a wheel for movement with a tire for grip, and in the center, you have a gyroscope to maintain its balance. This throwable is fully mechanical, and on the bottom of it, you have 2 open
داره توضیح میده که چقدر این گجتش به واقعیت نزدیکه. داره ریز توضیح میده که چی به چیه. یعنی طراحی کردن اینو، میدونی تخیلی نیست.
Super efficient beams of light for a short amount of time before it's running out of battery. We know that there are these super powerful devices that can create strong beam of light and that are used, for example, on stage during concerts. Of course, ours need to be way more powerful, but we like the idea.
ریز به ریز مثلا گدید داره توضیح میده که چیکار کردن چی به چیه. حاجی خیلی گاده.
So Sounds
خیلی
is
خوبه.
a 3L 1-speed attacker that is coming up with vector glare. Sounds Gadget is the ROU projector, which stands for the rolling obstructive utility. This is a rolling device that you toss. It's a throwable gadget. It rolls around. It will bounce off in a pool-like fashion. So it enters a corner and leaves the corner in the opposite angle. This will allow the players to have some really creative use of the gadget. And as it travels along, it will leave some projectors along the path. Those projectors emit a light wall for a set amount of time. And those light walls will block light, but they won't block anything else. So if you want to use it to shoot with your high capacity weapon through it, or you want to use a grenade or something else from your team, this is the perfect gadget to create a window of opportunity for the attacking. After a set amount of time, the light wall will
آره تیر رد میشه آقا. چرا تیر نده؟ این دیوار نیستش که، این هولوگرامه.
The Gun 6, the 9mm, SDP 9mm, the secondary art breach.
گان جدید داره
So we
میاد.
have a really
Nice.
big package that is topped off with the POF 9.
کلت مبریک
Brand new assault rifle that we're
دو
bringing with the
اسپیده.
season. It's a high capacity,
Okay,
low
کاندوم هم
damage,
داره.
and low destruction assault rifle.
نه
but
خدایی
it's
سوپر
really
خدایی سوپر
reliable.
بد سوپریه.
Sounds is a pure support. We see Sounds as
حاجی
the quarterback. So we have
صدای گانو دیدی؟ صدای گانو میزه یگره. ناموسن اگه گان یگر باشه
for the rest of the team.
خیلی صدا شبیه یگر بود.
Secure a plant. There's really a lot of things that you can do with the ROU projector. You take the POF 9, you take the secondary art breach, so you're bringing a lot of utilities for your team.
بابا کیرم تو ایمت ناموسن به یکی بدید بازی بلد باشه. همینجوری بازی میسازید دیگه.
We have some ways for the defenders to counter this gadget. You have multiple ways either.
برای دیفندرام یه راه گذاشته که کانترش کنه.
Jaeger will interact only with the wheel part of the ROU. So if you have your wheel rolling in, leaving 3 projectors, and it gets into the range of a Jaeger, it will get zapped, but it will leave the 3
میگه اگر این گجت رو پرت کنید و قبلش اکتیو شده باشه، تا اونجایی که اکتیو شده رو یگر کاری نداره، از اونجا بعدش یگر میگیره. یعنی دیواره تا اونجا قرار کشیده شده میمونه. نگاه الان اگه یگر بگردش این دیواره میمونه، ادامه دیگه نمیده.
We have the small gap at the bottom of the arena gate that you can slip the Sounds right underneath it, but if Sounds tosses it in the middle of it, well, it will get destroyed. When we talk about some passive counters to Sounds, we have mute. The jammers are
mute داریم که میتونیم کانترش کنیم.
It will not stop the wheel, but it will stop any projectors from creating their light.
یه جلوشو نمیتونه بگیره، ولی جلوی اون دیوارا رو میتونه بگیره تا اونجایی که پوشش میده.
No panels, 2 walls. So it really creates some interesting angles and interesting gaps. We have Warden that can use the glass and see through the light walls. So this
میگه
creates where sounds
گلز
Warden is really
واردن چونتون میذاره. ما گوخوری کنید واردن اینجاست که دیگه واردن اصل کاریش رو میکنه. اینجا خیلی واردن گاده.
It comes in two parts. We have the first part where an active player can see through the wall with the vision like we would have with the smoke. But you can also use the
با کامرا هم میگه میتونیم ببینید بین دیوارا. میگه دیزیبل میگه وسطش میتونید یه دونه غار باز کنید وسط دیواره با اون کامرا. چه باحال با این پک میتونیم مثلا نابودش کنیم اون چیزایی که رو زمین میکاره رو. نگن چقدر جالب. نایس.
Similar to the bulletproof camera, the evil eyes will be able to see through the light wall. You can use the laser to destroy anything that could be on the other side. So it's really a passive and inactive counter to sounds. A barbed wire deployed in a doorway will slow down the wheel. So this will make sure
barbed wire سرعتشو اسلو میکنه.
Sounds is a very versatile operator, so you have all of those possibilities, those opportunities to use the gadget, create some windows of opportunities, create some awesome play.
حاجی
It's
پرام.
an operator that is made for you, so I can't wait to see the creative plays that you come up with.
What the fuck? What the fuck حاجی؟ گلزو.
Season 1 delivered a new way to get warmed up with Team Deathmatch, and Vector Glare is introducing a new TDM map set in Greece. Senior
map
level
جدید
designer Jeremy
Team
Gadget
Deathmatch.
is here to give you a tour.
It's a brand new map that's designed just for TDM and not for Plant Bomb. So you're going to have a different feel, looser angles for sure, a much faster, chaotic gameplay, and you're definitely not going to have the defensive setups. It's designed so you're not going to be safe.
این فقط ساخته شده که شما کمپ نکنید مثل مپ‌های دیگه نیست. این فقط نقص تیم ددمچ ساخته شده. می فقط کشتن شما در خطرید. می فقط در حال فایت دادن هستید. کمپ نمیتونید کنید.
In the world of Rainbow, this is a training facility, and so the whole thing is designed to be modular. And you'll see that in the art style, there's lots of little hooks for cranes to pick up sections of the map and walls. In the fantasy, it can be changed into anything else very, very quickly. Time and effort and thought.
من اصلا این عاشق گان یگرم می‌بینی؟ این هم صدای می‌دی صفا.
Fully color coded, and every room
چه
has a
کسچرایی هم
very
روش
simple
می‌ذارن.
thematic within it. So it's very clean, it's very simple. You know, you can tell a kitchen's a kitchen. It'll have kitchen on the wall. Armory will have, you know, most of the major rooms will actually have words on them. So when you go through and you're spawning and you're running around, you can orientate yourself very quickly to know which way you're going. And with the main path, or the main paths, the circular path and the path up the center, it's always easy to get from the ground floor to the top floor. So it's super easy to navigate. You're always very close to a set of steps. There's a lot of distraction.
این خیلی ایزیه که مثلا بخوای چیزو جات کنی، بخوای مثلا روتیشن برافا درست کنی، سریع از بالا به پایین بری.
Impact grenades, and as the walls break, then you have more angles and more lines of sight.
چه ایمی حرام آجی.
It was hard to kind of break my usual workflow to actually go, actually no, this line of sight is fine. Rather than trying to constrain it like we do in a competitive map, just being a little bit more free with the angles is actually quite rewarding and quite different. It's a lot of fun. It's chaos, but it's a lot of fun. The rounds are definitely going to be much faster because it's much cleaner, but when it comes to warming up your mechanical skills and your aim for going in and playing ranked, this is probably the best map for doing that. It's so fast-paced, it's chaotic.
یه خیلی مپ گادیه که اگه بخوایم مثلا ایمتون رو گرم کنید. مرسی کاردی جان. داشت دمت گرم مرسی از سابسکرایبت. مرسی. Merci.
During the year 7 reveal panel in February, Emmanuel Larive from the Player Behavior Cell laid out some important measures in our fight against toxicity. He's here to discuss what we're doing now.
این مخصوص منه.
As announced on the previous 6 invitational, we are beginning the rollout of the reputation system. During Season 2, we will be deploying part of the reputation system toward the reverse-friendly fire. The goal of the reputation penalties towards reverse-friendly fire is to catch the recidivist and the top offender that are abusing the friendly fire to be malicious to other players. The goal of it is not
حقیقتا نمیفهمم چی میگه.
that are doing mistake. It's having a match without those
فقط میفهمم که ریورس فرندلی فایر رو تغییر دادن.
fire in order to be malicious. Overall, all of these phases, the goal
فرندلی فایر
will be
برای 20 مچ اکتیو میشه. یا علی فهمیدی چی شد؟
everyone can meet and cheers together. Privacy mode right now is
یا علی
some of all content creators. It will go out during Season 2 in a public.
یا اولفاز
Help us to improve the whole set of options that will be available for you. We learned it like a lot. It was key for our strategy to provide something that is good and have the quality that
چه عجب چه عجب نیکنیم برای استریمرهای بدبخت آوردن.
while playing.
چه عجب
The whole set of privacy options
چه
will
عجب
not negate or anti-cheat capacities. We will still be aware of the true identity of the players.
یعنی
that are
چی؟
using it.
خوبی داشت کردی خوش اومدی.
Match cancellation is
match cancellation. واسه الان بهتون میگم.
Rainbow Six Siege. It helped to avoid unranked, unbalanced matches. Since the beginning, we did several updates based on the community feedback to improve match cancellation. With Season 2 release, we will be coming with another update that will bring more control for players about the whole process of a match cancellation. Later down the road, we will continue to improve it. The goal of this update is to give more visibility to everyone so they have a better control of the match cancellation process, but also of the context of it. And of course, we will also reduce any abuses
میگه اگر
to
خب
this initiative.
میگه اگر از 4 تا پلیر یه دونه هم حتی کنسل رو مثلا بزنه نو وامیسته شاید بخواد دوستش برگرده. خب یه ذره دیگه بیشتر وامیسته. اگر نخواد یعنی برنگشت مچ کنسله. این خیلی خوبه.
as well as in-game operator guides that will allow players to expand their knowledge. Here's Assistant Game Director Christopher Budgen with
در مورد اولیه که گفتم 20 روز آقا اگه شما مثلا مثل تیم کلید اکتیو بشه خیلی مثلا کرم بریزی مثل من اصلا خب حروم زاده رو من کرم میزنم. میگه تیم کلید اکتیو میشه به مدت 20 مچ. فهمیدی؟ مثلا شما 20 مچ همینجوری فرندلی فایر اکتیو نمیتونین که مثلا به کسی تیم کلید کنی یا هر چیز دیگه.
The shooting range is a great tool to learn the specifics and characteristics of each weapon, the different attachments, and the different situations.
چه خوبه شوتینگ رنج آجی.
But also, it's a great tool for testing our patch notes. When you read something within our patch notes,
چه باحال با تیم می‌نویسه چه خوش. خب پدر سگا بعد 7 سال بعد این اضافه کنید.
So if we had made any changes to the damage dealt by that weapon or the recoil spray patterns, now you'll have a place to have a static test that you'll be able to perform after each patch or each update. The goal of the shooting range is ultimately to give players a tool.
چقدرم قشنگ ریکول میگیره. اصلا چرا اینو گذاشتین نمونه آبروتون داره میبره.
Whether you own them or not, it's a great way of testing out the different weapons and loadouts of each operator. Find the best loadout for you and ultimately.
داشت تو ریکول نگی ناموسن آجی. بی خیال ناموسن.
So the shooting range is actually built to have multiple.
دادا نزن دادا نزن.
We have big plans for the shooting range. Also, we want to optimize the shooting range. So over time, we might change or add the ways that the different lanes work based on the feedback. We're really looking to hear how you feel about the shooting range. What do you want to see added? Please let us know. Operator Guide is a new feature which you'll be able to access from the Operator album or within a match, which allows you to get important information about how to use the operator of your choice. For example, you can learn about the primary gadget of the operator and be shown little clips which illustrate exactly how to use their gadget. Additionally,
nice.
secondary gadgets that operator can equip, as well as whether it's attack or defend, the different actions which are available to you, such as reinforcements or putting up barricades, or if you're an attacker, repelling and droning. These are really key elements that all players should be able to know, and now they'll have that information right at their fingertips. It's hard to sometimes understand.
البته پلیرای رینبو سیکس به اینا نیازی ندارن. داره توضیح میده میگه ما اینا رو درست کردیم برای تازه‌کارا، ولی خب اکثر پلیرای رینبو سیکس اصلا به اینا احتیاجی ندارن چون همشون گاد زاده هستن، از کوپر تا چمپیون همشون گادن.
We see a lot of value for keeping this up to date and making sure that it has the most latest information, whether it's changes that are coming in patches or new operators that are added to the game. But in season 2, you're going to see very clear.
چرا اسم میکنم اصلا دشوی بلند شده اومده آجی.
2 gameplay updates coming in Vector Glare are aimed at giving players more flexibility. One has to do with secondary weapons, the other concerns visual effects. Back to talk us through these changes is game designer Mathieu Lacombe.
در رینبو داره پیشرفت میکنه، آدم پلیرش برمیگردن بعید بوده که برگردن. قطعا در راه پیشرفت داره خب بر نمیگردن. خیلی اوضاع خیته واقعا.
This will bring back options that were previously lost because we had a gun 6, we had a SMG or a shotgun. So this is bringing back options for the players. We have a lot of them. We have Kali, we have Clash, Amaru, Finka, Lion. Like all of those are getting back the weapons that they lost.
میگه تمام گانای سکندری که از اپراتورها حذف شده و تغییر داده شده همه برگشتن به اپراتورها.
Secondary SMG, secondary shotgun. We don't do compromise because we only have.
الان دیگه دستت بازه. الان درسته دا.
Back in year 6, season 3, we reduced the overall screen shake that was produced by explosives or gadgets around you to give more comfort to the players. Like we heard you saying that it was a bit too much. This season, we're bringing 3 options for the players. We have what we have currently in life. So if you
لرزش تاثیر موقع ترکیدن کسچرا.
We have the second option, which is having the screen shake, but just toned down a bit. And the third option is to completely remove this. This will allow our players that have to really enjoy the game a lot more than they could before.
In Siege Esports, tactical timeout is an important part of the competitive setting. In Operation Vector Glare, we're enriching this esports-inspired option for custom games so you can properly set the stage. Esports director Wei Yu has more on these and another big update for the competitive scene.
For those that don't know, we currently have an operator quarantine time for our esports competition. That means when a new operator is released into the game, it takes up to 3 months before they're integrated into the top level of play in our esports programs. So the removal of the operator quarantine time is a huge change for our esports competition. I think it has been over 3 years that this has been in place, and we're now removing it because it really is a testament to our balancing teams, our game designer teams. We feel that our operators are now ready from the start to be integrated in the highest level of competition.
من جزئیات اضافه می‌کنم براتون. داره در مورد چی صحبت می‌کنه؟ داره در مورد ای اسپورت صحبت می‌کنه، اپراتورایی که میان جدید و براشون ممکنه ما پرولیگ پروگرام داشته باشیم، یعنی اینکه مثلا براشون هدگیر پرولیگ بدیم، اسکین پرولیگ بدیم و این داستانا.
On the other side, we have, of course, our players and viewers. For them, it means that as soon as the operators are being released, they are played at the highest level, and you can see the full potential of said operators being played in our leagues across the world. So the tactical timeout feature is a design for custom games, first of all. It allows players to pause a game for a short amount of time to rediscuss tactics and to
میگه برای این برای کاستومه، برای مسابقاته. مثلا میگه شما درخواست تایم مود دارید، اینو تو چت بنویسید، یه مثلا دکمه میزنین اینجا ریکوست تایم مود. خب بعد اون بالا یه پیغام فکر کنم میاد، یه پیغام میاد آره که تایم مود بدن. بعد مثلا برای هاست تایم مثلا درخواست میره و اونم اکسپت میکنن و تایم مود، یعنی تو چت بنویسید مثلا درخواست تایم مود میدیم و این کوست چرا
same way no matter if they're playing online or offline. It also means it's easier for the viewers to follow as it's a unified approach for both LAN and online tournaments.
Playing with friends is a lot of fun, and there has never been a better time to bring them to Siege than now. Christopher Budgeon is back to let you know about a new program that rewards both you and your friends.
Squad Up program.
Year 7 has been big for us, and we really think it's a great time to come back to Siege. Every player who's played during Year 7 has now eligible to bring 4 friends who have not played during Year 7 in order to earn big rewards. For every friend that you bring back and play 5 matches with, you'll be getting a new Year 6 operator in our pack that you'll be able to open, as well as some fallback rewards if you already have those operators. Additionally, there's new 3D animated skins that will be delivered to the players as well. A great way to do this. For friends, get a 5-stack going, and you can play any game mode to play 5 matches in order to get those rewards. Doesn't matter which mode you play, whether that be TDM, ranked, quick match.
میگه خیلی پلیرها رینبو سیکس رفتن، الان وقت برگشتشونه. اگر شما 4 نفر از پلیرهایی که بازی دارن قبلا بازی میکردن و سال جدید بازی نکردن و باشون اسکواد کنین و برشون گردونین به رینبو سیکس، این جایزه رو بهتون میده.
A year 4 or year 5 operator into their roster, and of course there's backup rewards if you have all of those operators. Additionally, after coming back and played the 5 matches with the player who brought you back, you'll now be eligible to invite 4 other friends and earn the referring rewards as well.
Before we wrap things up, as usual, you can experience Operation Vector Glare on our season test servers starting on May 24th. But wait, there's more. If you like playing as Echo, Abana, or if you're a fan of the Yakuza games, here's an exclusive bundle for you. Enjoy.
باندل یاکوزا بنازم ایبانا باندل یاکوزا نانی نانی کورا نه تونو میگم. خب این بود معرفی سیزن جدید رینبو سیکس به همراه تمامی مشتقاتش. حتما میذارم روی یوتیوب، بازم نگاه کنید، دمتون گرم، عشقید. و اینکه داداشم یاکوزا باش حل استیورم فردا لایو میشه.